Going live. I'm live. Okay. Welcome, friends. It's Friday, which I'm gonna celebrate with Sinner from Kölsch, German beer. Right. So let's see how this is. I just back from hunting. We managed to shoot one moose while I was hunting this year. Just when the sun was about to go down. Then we tried to fetch it with an all-wheel drive. Managed to get it stuck in a marsh, Lemyr as we call it in Sweden. Half of it was beneath the marsh. And then we had to pick up another all-wheel drive to get the first one out of it. We were asleep at 3 o'clock in the morning after that, because we still had to skin it and all that good stuff. Skål! That was good. And then the flight back home was delayed. It was a fuck up when I tried to check in my guns. Nothing ever goes the way you want it, right? Murphy's Law, etc. Another funny story about the hunt. One of the people hunting with us this year was an Apache mechanic. So he works for the British military fixing up Apache helicopters. And I got to know the awesome truth that is that to fix an Apache helicopter, you turn it off and on again. It's so much electronics in it, so it behaves the same way as a regular PC does. So you just turn it off and on again, and most things start working again, apparently. That's what he does anyway. Which I think is hilarious. So let's have a look at chat. Who's with us? Bustram, Fall Weather Friend got his AR today. Congratulations! Robert Ivarsson is with us. Nobel Carl, Andreas Briner, Sick, Plop, Itch, Greg, Normal Citizen is with us. Seastorm 215. Or Falk, Mr. Bantas. Or Falk got his Rugran PR as well. Nice. Very nice. Robert says, that's about as fun as moose hunting usually is. Yes, that is true. That's pretty much every year. Every year something stupid like that happens. Blood Eagle got a license for a CMMG 22 long rifle. Upper for an AR-15 on a hunting license. That's nice. That's very nice. I still feel that a 1022 is the funnest 22 long rifle semi to own, but if it feeds well, have good access to magazines, it's probably nice. Andreas says, I'm waiting for ARS to deliver my DDM for V7. Yeah. I'm gonna get back to gun stores and ARs in a bit. Normal says, got my L1A1 buyer's permit today. A friend of mine up north, not gonna tell you who it is, but he got a permit to buy an L1A1 and a hunting license as well. I talked to him while hunting. So that's hilarious. So I told him to get the Rhodesian camo while hunting. Manga BBG Knight is with us, Norman Carl. Yeah. So in Stockholm, we had a little bit of an issue. Let me minimize myself here. Boop, there we go. So in Stockholm, we had a little bit of an issue a week ago, approximately, or earlier, where they denied license for ARs on a hunting license. And they walked back that and started approving ARs on a hunting license. And this is the official paperwork for this. It basically says that the police, on their own initiative, basically changed their mind. And they're gonna approve ARs and a hunting license in Stockholm. The rest of Sweden always did. But, well, since 1st of August anyway. But Stockholm has officially said that they're approving ARs, or any semi, I guess, with 18 inches of a barrel, on a hunting license now. So, there you go. All of Sweden will allow, for example, an AR-10 on a hunting license if it has an 18-inch barrel and you feed it with 5-rounders while hunting. So why did they fuck with us? What was the reason? So I know the gun store that tried to sell an AR to a person that led to this. Ruger Svar, and I talked a little bit with that person, and I found out who the handler is. Mike, this guy. He's the guy who tried to fuck with us. So who is this guy handling gun licensing in Stockholm that managed to mess with us for a little while? Well, he started out as a right-wing politician for the Swedish Democrats. Then he went full left-wing instead for the socialists. He worked in the municipality of Ystad as a politician, then moved to Stockholm. He's writing left-wing articles about how bad the Swedish Democrats are, how bad Trump is, etc. And about a new wave of left-wing policies of people will come, blah, blah, blah. So he's firmly in the left wing. And yeah. So he lives right next to the police officers on police station on Kungsholmen, and he works there as handling gun licensing, while also putting some money writing articles about how bad right-wing stuff is, and etc. So that is the person who fucked with us. Fortunately, it didn't get his way, so this guy can sit and rotate on it. Let's see, have you any comments to that, chat? Well, Fall Weather Friend says that Mike guy approved my permit to buy Strybug with very little fuss, but was that a sport shooting license? Oh well, anyway. So our friends at ARS has managed to make WBP in Poland make an 18-inch AK. So if you are really silly and really want an AK on a hunting license, it's possible now. So yeah, that beauty is available from AWS, actionreactionsports.sc. So tell them Henrik sent you, or Hagge Benke sent you, if you're gonna order that shit. So yeah, if I didn't already have a really nice AK, I would get this one. WBP makes proper products, so this is a good quality one. So yeah, I can recommend that. What else newsworthy do I have? The police are still fucking with the shooting ranges, making unreasonable demands on shooting ranges, forcing them to shut down. So Marlene Lund Kopparklint for the Moderate Party, she's in Parliament. She's a shooter. She's part of a shooting club I was part of earlier, and that shooting club was one of the probably the first in Sweden to use fritt gevär, where you can buy whatever you want, like an MP5 or whatever. And it's a pretty fun shooting club. So I believe that has colored her perception a little bit, because everyone in that shooting club is nice, and it's a really good club. So she knows a lot about this, and she's a proponent of good gun laws. So they're gonna take a look at this. Hopefully the Swedish police will stop messing with shooting ranges. We'll see what happens. So this was interesting. Moose hunter found like a naked dude in the forest. Turns out he was robbed and dumped there. Shit happens. Just thought it was interesting. So police likes confiscating guns. Some guy shot the wrong moose, and they confiscated all these guns. They don't miss any opportunity to mess with the gun owners. I didn't really find any other news that were noteworthy. Skål på er. Manga VBG United says AK for all the IP seekers that are denied by the Tricot Mafia. Oh, for those who don't know, so this is like functional material shit that's very good to have at the gym. And all the really fat dudes with tiny penises that does IPSC have shirts like this, but theirs are, they look like a clown shirts, and they have a bunch of logos of companies and shit on it, and it says like IPSC Sweden or something on it. It's the same all over the world, so they're not unique in that way. And they look like, they want to look like Formula 1 cars or something, but it looks kind of hilarious, I have to say that. I understand if like the national team has something like that on them, if they are representing Sweden at an international competition, that's fair. But yeah, that's not what I'm talking about. Yeah, I don't miss any opportunity to shit talk the IPSC Federation. Blood Eagle says the police are on their shooting range training. Well, that's good. But usually the police officers are pretty bad at like picking up after themselves, following time schedules, etc. They mainly do whatever they want. So the shooting club who has the shooting range might get a little bit of extra money, but might make some difficulties with the members who actually wants to use the range. I've had that issue on several different shooting ranges actually. Actually every shooting range with the police have rented time. They show up any time of the day, kick everyone else out of there, do whatever they want, do really unsafe behaviors, have NDs, do stupid shit. I hope you guys have better luck, Blood Eagle. Mangami Bizunite says, why would you get a license on that when ARs are flying off the shelf at the moment? Yeah, so AKs are cool. If you want one, buy one. But it's not a good hunting rifle. That's a pew pew at the range and have fun rifle. An AR will always be better than an AK. I have both, so I can say that. I don't even buy into the argument that they will just keep going no matter how much shit you pour in it. Just have the bolt closed and the ejection port closed if you are walking in mud or something while hunting, and your AR will always work. It's not that complicated, people. But an AK is just open for shit to fly into it. Maybe it can take a little bit more shit, but still gonna get dirty faster. Anyway, Jan Hansen says, I joined the Sour 200 FUD Club. Been fun. Cheers. The Sour 200 FUD Club needs new members. Everyone else keeps dying off out of old age. Yeah, it's a really good rifle for long range shooting. One of the best you can buy in Sweden for long range shooting. Sour 200 STR. Blood Eagle says the police are handling themselves good at this shooting range. Well, I'm glad for you. That's the way it should be. That's the way it should be. Tompi wants to buy a Carl Gustaf 4000. Do you have some experience with those? No, I don't. So, as far as I know, the Carl Gustaf 4... Let's see if it's the one I... See if the one I... So I have a 1900. 4000 I think was made in Spain. I think it was made in Spain. And... if I remember correctly, they made some changes to it. I don't remember exactly what's the difference. Well, it seems like it has a box magazine. Is that straight? No, that's not straight. Bolt seems very similar to the 1900 actually. It's probably a good rifle. Let me show you the picture I found. So this is probably a good rifle. It looks nice. I don't know what's the magazine capacity of that. Does it say? No. Doesn't really say what the magazine capacity of this is. So the regular 1900 has an internal magazine that's like 5 rounds or something. So So this is a box magazine, so it's obviously faster to reload, but good luck finding extra magazines for this. I hope you get like 2 or 3 at least if you buy something like this. And it's a really beautiful stock. It's probably a really good hunting rifle. The problem with something like this is that there's no aftermarket for this. You can't really do much with it. The 1900 is close enough to a K98K so that I could swap out the magazine bottom so I can put Magpul magazines in my 1900. Let's see if I have a picture of my... I should have some pictures of my 1900 here somewhere. Or do I? Well, here I have one. So here you can see my Carl Gustaf 1900. The bolt looks exactly the same, and the receiver. I swapped out the barrel. The 1900 is much more common than the 4000, so you're gonna have a easier time to swap the barrel out. So I swapped mine out for a match barrel with a hunting profile, and I swapped the bottom metal out so I can put in the Magpul magazines. That's a 7-rounder. So yeah, I would still probably get the 1900 compared to the 4000 just because of that fact. Mine still has a really nice stock on it as well. So yeah, but it's up to you. If you really like the 4000, it's probably a good rifle, unless you want to pimp it like I did with mine. Greg says, what's the process for buying gun mags from other EU countries? I don't know, I just order them. I haven't changed anything. Let's see what, for example, what's it called? Brownells.se says. I don't think it requires anything special. So Brownells, you can still just buy whatever, 30 rounders, drum mags. I'm not sure if they want to see a license even. Actually, that's a good question. They should ask to see a license to send you a magazine. That's interesting. Well, whatever. We might do that at checkout. What do I know? Norwegian guy says, our pistol range, police have set times when they can use our range. Outside that, they're civilian shooters just as the rest of us. Okay. Well, cheers from your brother in the east then. Well, it shouldn't be that big of an issue to have the police at your shooting range, right? It's just that some people are assholes. Mangan says, I wish newly made muzzleloaders were license free. Really started with fancy brown vests. Yeah, that's just a stupid rule. What does it matter? If you don't require a license for something when it's an antique, why would a replica of it require a license? It's the exact same shit. It's just stupid. It's just stupid. You can do the exact same thing with antique as you can with a replica. There's no rational rule for that. It isn't rational at all. There is no logical reason for that law. Normal Citizen says the Mangan has seen the light and has become a believer. Normal Citizen is a very young fud or a young old man who really likes his black powder shit. Don't you need an import permit? Let's see if the police has anything on their homepage. It doesn't actually say. It just says that if you have a gun that it fits, you can own it. That's it. It doesn't say anything about import or export. I guess it kind of depends on the country you buy it from. If they have to have some kind of paperwork for it, then you're going to have issues, because the police will not So there is a paper for importing guns and ammunition, but parts, like for example, the Netherlands wants an import permit for empty casings. Or no, it was just a bullet. But the Swedish police wouldn't sign anything with where it says you can import a bullet, because it's just a projectile. It doesn't require anything in Sweden, so they just refused to sign the paperwork. So I couldn't buy that shit from the Netherlands. It's ridiculous. And I think it might be the same with the magazines. Let's see if they change the input permit paperwork. Fan har de skrivit det då? God damn it. Apply for a gun license, apply for renewal, apply for a permit to buy, double license. You know, don't they even have... They don't even have that paperwork online. God damn it. How am I supposed to buy shit from abroad if they don't even have that paperwork at all? They used to have that. No, they don't even have that anymore on their webpage. I guess I have to email them and ask next time I buy shit from abroad. Greg says a store in Germany requires an import permit. Well, good luck getting that. Just buy mags from Poland, yeah. Well, German mags, they just sell 10 rounders anyway, so. How many FUDs are going to get arrested for not knowing about this new law? I don't know. What's the process of buying mags from the United States? So they have ITAR, and they're probably not going to send you shit. You have to buy them from brownells.sc if you want stuff from the US, or have some gun store import it for you. It's hard getting shit from the US. Mikael says, a friend of mine is having their gun safety checked by the police. Anything special to think about? Make sure that on the inside of the door for the Vapenskåp gun safe, it has the little sticker that says SS3402, whatever the security standard is right now. And that's pretty much the only thing they should check. And just have all your guns and shit inside of it, of course. But yeah, and the safe, and make sure it's according to the safety standard. I would bolt it, but if it's 150 kilos or more, you don't have to bolt it. But I would bolt it anyway, just to make it harder for the thief. Okay, so they require an import permit because it's 20 round mag, right? Well, contact the police and see if they can source and give you an import permit, or just get a gun store to buy it for you. Gets more expensive, but well. How does it work to import a gun within the EU like Germany? Well, first you contact the store and see if they will sell it to you at all. And if they say yes, then you apply for a license. You get the serial number and whatnot from the store in Germany. And when you get or you just what I do usually is I apply for a permit to buy it first, inköpstillstånd, and then when I get that, I talk to the store again, and then I say I have the permit to buy it now. What's the serial number, etc. And I fill in that information in the permit to buy, send it to the police, and also I send in a paper that's asking for a permit to import it to Sweden. When those two are done, I scan it and send it to the store in Germany, and they apply for a permit to export. That takes like 2 weeks in Germany. And when all that shit is done, they just staple all those papers on the outside of a package, send it all to Sweden, where you pick it up at your local tobacco store or whatever. You pick up your complete gun there, and you're done. And while this is happening, you'll get your license in the post from the police. That's the way I always did it. Searstorm says my gun safe was okayed by the police by the guy before me, but now the sticker is half ripped off. Should I care about it? Can I ask for a new sticker? Well, I don't know. The sticker needs to be visible that it's an authorized sticker scope. The safe is a certain standard. If that's not readable, then you're probably fucked. I don't know. But the sticker is like 90% of why you get the gun safe, unfortunately. So I'm not sure. So it might have to be recertified. And that's expensive. You're gonna have to find an authorized recertifier. I don't even know how you would do that. But yeah, the sticker is pretty important. How's the Perun rifle coming along? So I'm applying for a permit to switch my old one for my new one. So I'm waiting for the police. Lars says, knew about the gun safe. They were, well, yeah, so in Sweden, if the safe weighs 150 kilos or more, then you don't have to bolt it to your wall or floor or whatever. But you should do it, because like that's not much weight. I can lift it myself. And have it on a little package wagon, and you can just roll it down the steps from your apartment or out wherever. It's super easy to just walk away with it. It's a little bit harder if you bolt it. This says, greetings, trying to buy a lower receiver from Austria. The exporter who will help me is asking for proof that the lowers don't require permits in Sweden. Any idea where I can find this in writing? Yes, I have. It's vapenlagen, or is it vapenförordningen? So what you want to look at is vital del. So it specifies låda, pipa, slutstycke on rifles. Let's see if I can find that for you. Let's have a look-see. It might be also in FAP 551-3, which is the police. Let's see here. Let's start with vapenförordningen. Tillståndspliktiga vapendelar. Let's see here. Okay. It's probably FAP. Downloads, boop, boop. Let's see if we can find it here. Where can it be? Well, let's just try to search. I think I've read a list about what you need a license for someplace, but so there's the law, and then there's the förordning, then there's this shit, which is författningssamling, in that order of importance. Oh, here it is. So it's FAP 551-3. Just Google that shit. I'll put the link in. Oh, I'll put the name of the file, and you can just Google that in chat. But anyway, here we go. So this is rifles. But it's the upper receiver as well. So it says bolt and barrel, but that's not all. That's funny. On the AK4 it's the lower, and the bolt, but not the barrel. I think this is not a complete list. This is just what you remove for if you're moving around with it, probably. It should be here somewhere. Oh, damn it. I can't be bothered to try to find that shit. But it's probably in there somewhere. You can always just email the police, your local tillståndsenhet, and ask them, and then ask them to write an answer in English, and then just forward that email, and ask them to quote the relevant piece of legislation. That's what I would do. Then you have it on paper as well. If it's just an AR lower, it's not. What parts can you legally print and replace on a firearm? Anything that doesn't require a license, which usually is the upper, bolt, and barrel. So yeah, that's everything else, just 3D printed. Which conveniently is all the stuff you pretty much can't 3D print as well. Well, you can't really 3D print the bolt carrier and stuff like that as well, but yeah. I guess you can sinter it or something. In Corax on the gun parts list, they have it's split parts you need a permit for and parts you don't. Yeah. So I'm still trying to figure out which AR I should get on a hunting license. So I'm probably gonna go back and forwards for like half a year or something before I get one. But I'm fairly certain I'm gonna get a 308 anyway. Semi-auto 308. That's pretty much it, I'm certain of. Let's see what's available in Germany. Would be fun to have an HK 308, but so Waffentyp, Selbstladebücher. Here we go. Let's see here. What do they have that's available in 308? There's some pretty nice rifles here. I wish I could get this one. That would be hilarious. But it's kind of expensive. Just 11,000 euros. Like I found it in the park. FGC9 I sent to the chat. Okay. What else are you guys saying? When the gun dealer sent me my Schmeisser SP15, I got a complete upper, the rest in another package. Yeah, that happened with my Heinel as well. Hilarious. Idiots. Seastorm says, Hage doesn't know about the EZ22. What's the EZ22? Let's have a look at that, I guess. The EZ22, what's this? Oh, okay. No, I didn't know about this. Well, shit. Well, the barrel and the bolt can't be 3D printed. And those pins are not 3D printed. I'm guessing that it has a proper AR-15 trigger pack in it. What the fuck? People are not ready for this responsibility, obviously. What an abortion of a gun. Let's forget about that. So yeah, I'm obviously partial for the Heinels, but to be fair, this shit would be hilarious to get on a hunting license, right? Look at it. It's hilarious. It's beautiful. God damn it. I almost want to get one. What's the price of this? It's doable. It's doable. Oh, I have to wait a long while for it, but I think it's pretty cool. I would hunt with this rifle. it's almost the same baby poop color as this beauty. Probably lighter and much more usable than that one. But it would be nice to have something very light and it's easy to lug around in the forest. I don't know what that would be. Something like this, perhaps. I don't know. We'll see. Whatever I end up buying. Savage MSR. Yeah, I've looked at that one as well. Wyndham just went bankrupt. Okay, I won't get that one. Lars is not getting an AR for hunting. Well, that's fine. You don't have to. You should, but you won't have to. I've been hunting for now since the 1980s with just bolt actions and shotguns, so it's not really necessary. But I had the lever action after we almost got eaten by a bear, so I figure an AR that I'm used to firing will be better if a bear shows up in the forest, which it has several times while we've been hunting, just to mess with us, and once a guy almost died. So, and I'm out of beer. Lars says it's okay for target shooting. Well, if it's okay for target shooting, it's okay for hunting. If it's a good target shooting rifle, it's obviously a good hunting rifle. It has the precision. It's just the weight might be a thing, depending on how you kit out your gun. But usually you don't want too much weight in an AR anyway. So the way I figure I would pimp my rifle is just getting something that's as light as possible, a good sling, 2-point sling, because that's what I like, and LPVO, because an LPVO would be very good for hunting. Lowest magnification 1 time. So if you're after the dog and it's really bushes and shit everywhere and you need to be fast, 1 times magnification is fine. And if you're up in a tower and you can shoot out to like 250 or something, then you can go up to like 4 times magnification or even higher if you really need to. But yeah, between 1 and 4 would probably do the job in any realistic hunting scenario. And a scope like that the weight won't be that much. A smaller a mustache brush, yeah. Anyway, so and that's pretty much it, because I'm so used to the controls on an AR with the safety and all that, so I would feel safer with that. I could get it up and off safe really fast if a bear showed up, and if I got into a nice situation with a moose. So yeah, guys, I drank my beer and I've been ranting about ARs for months now, so I might have to go to the range and shoot my AR tomorrow to get it off my chest a little bit. But I'm so happy that everyone can get their own AR nowadays without having to go through Fritt Gevär and go for shooting clubs and all that shit. It will alleviate the pressure on my shooting club a little bit, I hope. Right, so you guys have a good weekend, and yeah, enjoy your ARs or whatever you want to buy. Bloody is going to move his Ruger piece of carbine to sport shooting and get an AR-15 on a hunting license. Yeah, the AR platform is nice. Just remember to have your free round mag with you if you encounter that bear. Yeah, so that's the thing. We can only shoot bears with a free round magazine. So yeah, that's why my father always has a free round magazine in his pocket. Cheers. Have a nice weekend.